what's up? The Jawn Joy is here.
Jawn Joy.
The Jawn Joy.
The young John.
Young Jawn Joy.
What's up? It's the Jawn Joy Southside Dash Radio. Ooh, Solo Lucci is in the building. You know, your baby mama's baby daddy. You know, I did see that in the bio. Know what I mean?
Yeah. That's me. Me.
Yo, baby mama's baby daddy. You know, that's
Big
interesting.
facts.
Big facts?
Big facts.
So, do you more than likely prefer to go for girls that already got kids?
Nah.
That's the only way you're gonna end up becoming the baby mama's.
Nah,
baby
that's not
daddy?
what. Nah, that's not what that. That's not
All
what
right,
they.
so break it down for me.
All right. You know, when I was young, I just my Annie was watching a football game, and her baby daddy was sitting next to her, and she seen a football player that she really loved on TV. And you know how I want to be like, "That's my husband, girl. That's my husband. That's my baby daddy." And her real baby daddy was sitting beside her. And I was like, dang, bro, how do you feel? Like, your baby mom just called this man her baby daddy.
Oh, shit.
And I was just like, that's the guy I want to be. The guy that the women want on TV that they don't care if they got a baby daddy. They going to still say, that's my baby daddy. You feel me? So that's where they came from. It's not as literal as some people take.
Exist.
Yeah, I done smashed a couple people baby mamas, though, for sure.
How many baby mamas you smashed?
I mean, that's irrelevant. I don't want
irrelevant.
to. I don't want to embarrass nobody.
No, you ain't gotta
specific.
say names. I ain't gonna.
I don't want to embarrass myself here and tell you how many. You feel me? I'm trying to just keep it classy.
Never trashy.
You feel me?
All right, so speaking of baby mamas, smashing baby mamas, I see that you refer to, like, I guess your girls as freaks.
Oh yeah, you know.
You be like my freak. You were talking to A1 on IG, and you was like, bring my freak and your wife.
Yeah.
And I was like, this verbiage is one of a kind right now. I love it. I mean, I love that you have the distinction between the two.
Oh, that's again big facts.
You know?
Yeah.
But where did the whole thing come from with freak?
Oh, I mean, you know what a freak is, don't you?
Yeah, I know what a freak is.
The
Is that like a substitute instead of like calling them a bitch, or like what is like? Is it just they're just a freak?
I mean, I got some bitches too, but she was just specifically a freak. The way you drunk that water, that was like freak activity. I'm just gonna let you know. You submerged the top into your mouth.
Just do me
I'm
like
just
that.
letting you know. So see, I would have said my freak was drinking the water, but I'm just saying though.
Yo, you're classic for that. You're hella classic for that. All right, now, can you ever see yourself, I guess, getting a wife?
Of course,
You wanna get married one day?
Yeah, definitely. I want to have a wife and some kids. About 4 of them. I got one for sure and a possible, and I want 4 for sure. And I said
4 for sure. And the possible you talking about?
I mean, it could be 4.5.
4.5. So hold the fuck up. So okay, hold on. All right, so 4. Okay, that's what you want. You want 4 kids. You
Yeah,
have
I'm cool
a
with
definite one. Your son.
Definitely, Sir Honor.
You have a definite.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's 3 more that don't exist yet that you want.
That is somebody's mouth.
Okay.
Baby mama
Okay.
mouth.
And then the half, who are you referring? Is you talking about Alexa's daughter? Have you guys? Is that still on the table that you could be the dad?
I think so.
Do you want to be the dad?
I don't mind.
You don't mind? Okay. All right. So, I guess what's being a father like for you? Like, what does that mean?
It's amazing.
I'm
the best. Let me tell you
something.
something, baby.
You ready to claim
I'm the best
another
daddy
one.
in the world. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm the fun daddy. Now, when I'm more of the daddy that's gonna get my child and be the best once they walking, talking, can communicate. When it's the shitting in your diaper and breastfeeding, can't do too much for the baby at that point. I'm going, help out as much as I can, but I'm trying to get this chicken. But once they can walk and talk and communicate and say, I got to boo-boo, I got to pee,
You got
we
'em.
rolling. We rolling. We're going to have the time of our life. They ain't going to want to leave me. I'm going to wear them out and take them home. They'll sleep real good all night.
I have that same conversation. Have I had that conversation with you, Raven? I think I'm fucked up in the head then.
Why you say that?
I said before that I don't like watching kids.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't like watching kids until they can communicate.
Right.
So,
no. Like
I don't do diapers. I don't do any of that. So I'd rather them be a smooth 3, 4 where they can move around.
2, I could do 2.
You know what I mean?
I could do 2. My son at 2 right now is perfect.
So I
You know
just
what I'm
wonder,
saying?
like, whenever the day comes that I become a mom, like, I don't know what I'm gonna do because I really don't do diapers, and I just want them when they get to that point. You know, when you say, yeah, then you can roll it. That's what I want. You know what I mean? But
So
I don't
you
really get
basically gonna
that
have to
option.
get you a house dad.
Exactly. And
So
then
you
I can
want a
just
sucker.
breastfeed. I can like put the milk, store it, and then he can just take care of the baby.
They got daddies out there like that, man. Hey, and kudos to them because raising a child is not easy. Yeah, that's crazy.
Am I sick for that though, or is it just maybe maternal instincts will kick in one day?
Maybe you just a nigga in a female body. That's very
All right.
possible.
Now let's talk about your upbringing. You're from Fort Worth, Texas.
Yes, ma'am.
How far is that from Dallas? I've never really been to
Like
Texas.
45 minutes.
Okay. What was your upbringing like? I know you. I seen you were raised in the church.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we raised up where you went to church every Sunday, Sundays and Wednesdays, and whenever else they was trying to make you go for something that you didn't even have to go for because you wasn't even in it. I didn't even sing in the choir or nothing, but choir rehearsal I was tired of it. But I do love God. I do believe Jesus died for us on the sins. You feel me? On the cross for our sins.
Okay.
I gotta do that. You feel me? Nah, but for real, my father was a pastor. We was real spiritual people.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So being raised in the church, how do you think that, I guess, impacted your life as an adult now, but more so like, do you still go to church often, or is it just like Jesus is in my heart and I go on Christmas and Easter?
Yeah, that's my partner. My partner. For real, my real player partner. I talk to him like 3 times a day. Every time when I wake up, for sure, I can't eat a meal without, I don't let nobody around me even eat without thanking God for their food. And when I go to sleep, I pray for me and my family. So I always, I don't go to church anymore for no particular reason, but I don't really trust pastors because I just done seen them doing too much, that and it's kind of hard for somebody to tell me don't sell dope and I see them selling dope, and not saying that's what I seen a pastor doing, but basically they don't always practice what they preach, and no shade on pastors, but I believe I got my own relationship with God, you know what I'm saying? And it's been working out just fine for me, so I don't feel no way to change it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Now, Dallas, Fort Worth, how did you find yourself, I want to say, I guess, in the streets, like gang affiliated, all of that, like coming from the church? I guess that would be the path that someone least expect. I mean, there is the connotation that preacher kids is bad as hell.
It sound funny.
But
It sound funny, but
how did that shift come from your dad being a pastor and then you finding your way into that life?
I mean, it's really sick, but it's like it kind of coincide, man. And it sounds so much different, but in essence, it's not, because it's like the same kids you was going to church with is the same kids you was in the streets with. And every kid got their personality when they're around the elders, and then you got your personality when you're around your peers.
That's
you
true.
feel what I'm saying? And not only just being a preacher's kid, it's my upbringing, my environment. I'm just a product of my environment. You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, the people where I'm from that's gang banging or banging what they parents were gang banging, or their uncles and big cousins gang bang. Like if your big cousin was Crips, you was a Crip. Like this is my best friend since the 3rd grade. I know his family. His uncle and them was Crips. He was a Crip. He a Crip. My uncle and them was Crips. I'm a Crip. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, it took you to that place. But what we did get out the situation is we were so much of innovators, and I always wanted to stand out and be different, that we turned gangbanging into something else. You know what I'm saying? To the point where now we gangbanging, we got blood homeboys. You know what I'm saying? We got homeboys from different gangs and different sets, and it's more about uplifting and building in the people you trust, your inner core, regardless of what they gangbang. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of it just being, I guess, passed down generation to generation, you having a son, do you see that cycle stopping because of the success that you have and the projection of your career? Like,
yeah, definitely. I don't want my son to be gangbanger, but I think every father that like represents something, they don't want their child to be caught up in it. But a glimpse of them showing love to that is kind of like it's a weird, proud moment. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like whether it's just the slang they use or you know what I'm saying. I don't know.
You don't want to be like.
I'm not. He definitely not gonna be head first after a gangbang. But see, he not gonna have to. Like I told you, I was a product of my environment. That's not his environment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just part of his history because of me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my legacy. So you know, as if he's speaking on my legacy or trying to emulate what his father was, you know what I'm saying? He can have a piece of that in him, but that's definitely not gonna be a focal point of my child's life.
Now I seen a picture of you with Yellow Beezy. What was that? The BT Hip Hop Awards?
Yeah, that's the bro.
Okay. He's from Dallas.
Yep.
Not too far from Fort Worth.
Yep.
Did you guys like know each other coming up at all or anything like that?
Yeah, I was closer with Trap Boy Freddie. That's like his best friend. I was one of the first people that was like reaching out to Freddie, and I used to bring him to Fort Worth because Fort Worth and Dallas don't really get along, you know. And you don't really catch Dallas artists going to Fort Worth that much. Well, now you do. I take that back, but before you didn't, and vice versa. And I had Freddie. I used to bring Freddie to Fort Worth every time I come to town. He'd come into Fort Worth to the point to where, excuse me, the Fort Worth natives, they felt like more close to him, in tune with him. They start listening more to his music. They're like, oh, he coming to the hood. Like, you know what I'm saying? And they liked him. Then they felt more influenced to say something about it. And I knew Yellow kind of through that. And me and Yellow had a good rapport too. So like I went out there a couple times and pulled up on Yellow. Like that's definitely the homie. You know what I'm saying?
What's it like? He just went through an unfortunate situation, but by the grace of God, he survived.
Facts.
And you can relate to that because you've been in that position too before, and by the grace of God, you made it out.
Yeah.
When that happened to him, did you get a chance to speak to him, like give him any words of encouragement, anything like that?
Nah, I actually specifically didn't on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Because I know how overwhelming stuff could be at that moment, and I feel like a lot of the prayers is taken in vain when it's so overwhelming.
Yeah.
So I would rather be personal and be the one to see him and just he know what's up. It can get lost in 1,000 prayers or 1,000. I hope you get better. You know what I'm saying? So I'm more of a personable person. So when I see him, he know what's up. I think I shot him a text or a DM or something like real personal, just like a prayer or something, or like I love you, bro. Keep your head up. Some shit like that.
How often do you go back to Fort Worth?
I used to go back like once or twice a month. Lately, I haven't been going as much because it just ain't a lot of good stuff going on.
Do you? I wanted to get your take on this. Like, for example, earlier, it's November. What's his name? I'm drawing a blank, and this is bad. What's his name? Who just got killed in New Orleans?
Young Greatness, that's my bro.
Young Greatness.
Rest in peace, Young Greatness, man.
Rest in peace to Young Greatness. And the conversation came back around with everybody saying, once you get to a certain level of success, you should get out your hood. You shouldn't really go back that often. Do you believe that? I mean, I was watching a Moneybagg Yo interview, and he was talking about, like, he likes to go back just to the hood, just to get the inspiration and be back there and be in it, you know what I mean, just to be around it all. What are your thoughts about that? Do you feel like at a certain point, once you get a certain amount of money or a certain amount of fame or success, that you kind of should distance yourself, or because the hate can kill, the jealousy can literally kill you?
Well, on that topic, I gotta say I'm kind of indifferent. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe out of sight, out of mind. You know what I'm saying? When you leave, I don't believe. I believe when you go away from your hood, they cherish you more because they feel like you're obtaining something they can't obtain. Like when I moved to Atlanta, a lot of people from my hood was like, "Wow, like bro, he in Atlanta." Like they start supporting me more because I was gone. And then you had the people who felt the way like you don't gotta leave home to blow up. And as a person in my position or somebody that's actually doing something, you want to be able to go back home on a regular because why are you becoming this influencer and this star if you can't change your community or go back and inspire people, influence people? And I'm that type of person, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna go back. I want them to feel like it's obtainable to get where I'm at. It's achievable, you know what I'm saying? So I'm very big on that. But at the same time, where the culture and the game is right now, and just hating ass niggas, it's like it make it hard for you to be the type of role model that you could be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't think you have to, but I think in some people's cases it's best to get away
Just
from
to
where
get away. Now you have a single out right now, Cash Money.
Yeah.
Dope ass song. I
Thank
love
you.
it.
Thank you.
You sample Beanie Man, Maya.
Incorrect.
What?
Incorrect.
All right. So
Incorrect.
Go ahead. Break it down
That
for
is
me.
not a sample. That is me. I replayed it. I resaid it.
That's you saying that?
Yes, ma'am. That's completely me. That is not
snap.
Beanie Man.
But you still gotta.
Beanie Man had that song published by about 9 people. Pharrell made the beat. That's the Neptunes. If y'all don't know about music and publishing, that's
Ooh,
too much
shit.
money to everybody else. Incorrect. I did not do it like that.
So how much publishing do you have to give away?
None. I replayed it and I paid one fee for the likeness or the whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And cause it was like he had like 9 publishing companies on it.
I'm about to say that's a lot.
And it was
of
like
checks you gotta-
33% per. They all wanted 33%. I was like,
This
bro,
no
it
song.
ain't that many percent. It isn't that much percent of the song. So we just had to revamp. I called my producer. I was like, look, take that sample out. We finna play this sample, and then I'm gonna go in here and I'm finna say it. I don't know what he's saying, but I'm gonna say it close as I can.
I'm dead.
And it came out dope though. It came out
did.
dope.
It
you know?
really did.
Actually,
And the fact-
Beanie Man just hit me up on Instagram the day before yesterday.
And what'd he say?
He want my contact information. I told him I want to involve him in it.
Okay,
you know
cool.
what I'm saying?
As long as he ain't ask for your lawyer's information.
Oh no! One thing about it, I ain't gonna even put nothing out before it's legally ready to put out.
I feel you. Now your project, The Recipe.
Yes,
You're pushing it back.
Yeah.
Okay, you're pushing it back. Why The Recipe?
Well, you know, a lot of people that know me, I've been working with a lot of artists for a long time, whether it's writing for them or just being inspiration or being a muse or just being a help. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And a lot of people have a piece of me. A lot of artists in the game have pieces of me incorporated in their makeup. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just letting people know that I'm a lot of part of the ingredients of the game. I'm the recipe. You know what I'm saying? I feel like overall I am the recipe. I have the recipe.
I can agree to that, being that, you know, being a writer and giving parts of yourself to other artists for them to run with and make part of, you know, their
and you know when you
makeup as the artist.
When you create a hit for an artist, you gotta understand they're gonna take this sound and they're gonna create a full body of work with this sound, which is ultimately a piece of you. So when you make this for another artist and they do the same thing, hey big boy, I seen you call her daddy. I love you. So you know when you give it to another artist, they do the same thing. So now you got multiple artists running around, and when you're creating yourself, it's a collective of all of you. So they might be like, oh, this kind of sound like this, or this kind of sound like, but not knowing that
You put into those other
exactly.
artists.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that was the main focus of the title.
Do you take a different approach when writing for yourself than writing for others, especially like when you're then focusing on this is for me, I'm focusing on my project? Is there a different approach to how you write?
I believe the biggest difference in when I'm writing for myself rather than others, and for the record, I don't. What's up, bro?
Shout out to Brooklyn Johnny.
How you doing, bro? He coming up with ice. And for the record, I don't write nothing though. I don't write nothing. I just creating it, sitting in the chair, you know, listening to the beat and creating.
You can.
But the only difference I would say when I'm creating is the subject matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, a lot of artists, it's not a lot of subject matter. You know what I'm saying? Or each one of them individually strayed to a certain subject. So like if I'm writing for Future, I might talk about drugs more because I know you like. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If I'm writing for Tamar Braxton, I might be talking about love more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It just depends on the specific artist. And with myself, mine's are more experiences and stuff I've been through personally. You know what I'm saying? So it's either something that relates to me, like Cash Money. When I created that record, Lil Wayne was like the biggest influence on my career. So like, I was paying homage, and I'm the type of person, if I do a song and I get my inspiration from anywhere, I'm gonna pay that homage because it's been so many times people done that to me and didn't. You know what I'm saying? And I always just felt like I just took the street rules and applied it to music. It's like you got to pay homage to the OGs before you and to the people who paved the way for you.
So speaking of like just homage and you saying that the inspiration for the song came from Wayne, what drew you to the Beanie Man song opposed to like finding like a Cash Money song or a Wayne song? Like,
well, first of all, shout out to my producer, Tasha Couture. She's a female. She's amazing.
That's fire.
You know, Tasha produced like 90% of my project. And me and Tasha been rocking for over 5 years now. That's my girl. We used to write together for artists, actually right here in this studio, and we've done a lot of stuff. And I think I seen Black Youngster for the first time in this studio. He did his album release. He was out here
is
with
that
Yo
when
Gotti.
all the strippers was all out here?
No, Yo Gotti had like a turquoise and white Lamborghini outside, and I got it on my Instagram. It's crazy because Black Youngster was hopping around. I was like, man, is this dude trying to like hop around on me? Because, I always been high energy. So it's like, wasn't nobody really doing that like when I was doing, like I've been always hyper. Jumping around, hyper up, and he was around here doing all that, and I'm looking like, man, is he trying to do this? Is he trying to like stun on me? You know what I'm saying? And then he came out, and I just see like that's him. I'm like, nah, he hard. You know what I'm saying? That's why right now I can still like I fuck with Black Youngster, like you know what I'm saying?
All right, so who's on your wish list of someone to write for? Like, do you have a wish list of like, I would love
I don't have a writing wish list because I'm an artist first and foremost, so I don't wish to write for nobody. Writing was something that I was kind of forced to do because I was in a bad record deal where I couldn't really put out my own music. So I just needed to eat and feed my family, feed my son, so I started doing it. I don't dislike writing, but, at this point I'm kind of focused on my own artistry. But as far as working with people, of course, Wayne, like I said, and Beyonce, that's like the cream of the crop to me. I think I just got to get a song with Beyonce. She from Texas. It's like, it's Beyonce.
That's
you feel what I'm saying?
That's mandatory.
Yeah.
All right, so taking the writing route to get to where you're at, would you suggest other artists do that, or is that something that you would recommend when it comes to like, I want to be an artist? Well, maybe you should try taking the writing approach and then break into artistry, or what are your like?
I don't believe it's no right way to do it. You know what I'm saying? To each its own. Just go hard at whatever you're doing. I try to be an octopus with this shit. Like, I want my hands in everything. Like, I engineer. I edit my own videos. I record myself. I'm mixing myself. I manage artists. I had models before. You know what I'm saying? I have a clothing line. Like, I'm on my hands in whatever I can.
All right, let's talk about fashion. Clothing.
Yeah.
Now, I seen you make a post the other day and you were talking about fashion over men. You got the endorsement?
I got my own clothing line called Luxury Sauvage, but Fashion Nova be giving me free shit, so I'm a word.
What do you think of the men line?
I got it on right now.
Oh, okay. Drip too hard. Drip too hard.
Yeah.
Fuck around.
Yeah.
All right, so your fashion line, what's it called again?
Luxury Sauvage.
Okay.
It's the first luxury clothing brand out of Texas. We worldwide distributed, man. It's real dope. Jamie Foxx wear it a lot. My boy Nick Young, he's an NBA player. A couple Lakers. All the UFC wear it.
That's dope.
It's Megan Good been wearing it. So we got a lot of. It's a real dope clothing line, and I didn't want to limit myself because as an artist I'm a brand. You know what I'm saying? And as my line is taking off, I just try to kind of affiliate and assimilate myself with other brands and kind of, you know what I'm saying?
I love how business-minded you are. A lot of artists aren't like that.
Yeah, they stupid.
And to make sure that you put your brand first and know that it's more than just the music. It's you as a brand and where you can get your money at in all different ways. So I definitely applaud you for that.
I'm finna this girl out here in Atlanta, man, if she listening when you play this, she trying to get me to do a mold for my dick. She want me to do a dick.
What the fuck?
She got a sex toy line.
Oh shit!
Yeah, no,
that might be the money maker.
No, real talk. She got a sex toy line, no cap.
Oh, that's wild.
No
Go ahead,
cap.
break this
And
down.
she blowing me up right now. Like
That's dope
look,
as fuck.
And look, I'm a super freaky type person, right? So when she told me this initially, I was like, yeah, I'm finna mold that thing. We going right now. And so excuse my lingo. So, but you know,
I'm finna mold that thing.
Like, I was so excited. And then it's like she keep calling me, and this the first time in my life I ever kind of been nerd. Like, I'm like, hold on, baby. She keep calling me about that dick. I'm kind of
if only y'all could
it
see his
elsewhere?
face right now.
Huh?
Did she hear about it elsewhere?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure because she real adamant about getting it done.
Oh, my God.
She talking about I took a trip to the factory. She done sent me a video of her
Oh, my
getting.
gosh.
Hold on, you think I'm bullshitting?
No, we
Look,
believe you.
What is that right there?
Sex toy company.
Okay, hold on now. Look, do you see
Yeah,
she going in?
she keeps texting
Is
him,
she
and he's not really replying.
Is she persistent about that dick motor?
Oh my gosh. Yo, that is
Hold on.
wild.
She persisted about that dick motor. Yo,
Look.
Yo, hey, Joy, what if she just wants it for herself?
that's what I was thinking. I was about to get to that too. I was like, yo, ask her what store is this going into? Is it going to have
she
your
said
brand
in the factory.
available? Like, is it going to be able to say this is Solo Lucci's dick mode?
No, so she told me I can create it however I want. So I got a genius idea I can't tell y'all.
Okay.
Maybe if I said I'm ready to be copyrighted. Hell no.
Can you tell us off air?
Right.
Nah, because, hey, look, on my mama, I got an amazing idea. You never seen this in the deal, though. This is gonna go crazy.
You've never seen this in a dildo. Okay, so I can definitely see you're branching into the sex world.
Oh, yeah.
You're definitely gonna make some money over there.
Oh, yeah.
You seem to be passionate about it,
man.
so you're gonna make even more money. Okay.
That's a fact.
Hey, facts, for real.
Would you like get into like, I guess like, porn and like production and all of that stuff? Because I think Tiger has his hands in it.
Production sound hard. I never thought about it like that.
It's a lot of money in production.
You just gave me another idea. Because when I was young, my partner and I always wanted to be a porno star. I was like, if I wasn't a rapper, I would hands down 1,010% be a porno star.
All right, so
Like,
what age
even-
did you start watching porn for you to
I
be
was
a
like
porno
9, boy. We had satellite and we had the little chip to go in. We had all the pay-per-view. Boy, I went crazy.
Star? I'm dead.
I was busting blanks. I was going crazy. No cap.
Yeah.
Say my name.
It's the Jawn Joy live right here,
Y'all ain't know what it is. We all.
Southside Dash Radio.
Oh, come on. No, we had the discount dick on dick, man.
Discount dick.
Yeah. Cause we,
So what makes the dick
and
discount?
and the slogan was dick by the pound. We just
So you
trying-
just selling dick?
yeah.
Yeah. Do you believe in this saying of community dick?
If it's free,
No, like literally, like.
I know.
You
If
know
it's
that
free,
you-
it's community dick. If it's not, it's expensive dick
All right. So how does
for the community.
So how does a guy put value on his?
Charge.
Yeah. All right. So girls have this value system called pussy points.
Hold up.
So.
Hey, give him all the girl codes, why don't you?
I'm sorry. So I fuck with you, so I'm gonna give you a little drop.
Oh my God.
Yo,
This
she's
is
totally breaking
this
girl
is
code
amazing.
right
I didn't
now.
know that was like straight girl code. I'm
Oh
sorry.
my God.
Oh,
Look, he
man.
got so interested.
Man, you
I
gotta
gotta
tell
see
him
about
now.
this.
Whatever this one. All right.
Okay.
So girls have like this like system. It's called pussy points.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it's like if it does this, if you got this, like your pussy points is higher. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So, do guys have that like scale too? Like, since you got to charge for the dick. Like, this dick ain't for free. That's what Drake said. So, like, what goes into your value system to make sure that you?
So a
giving
dick
it to-
diagram. Let me see how this would go. You gotta judge what you asking me. How would it? I mean, you gotta tell me some of
Is
the
it
points.
based off of, like-
Tell me some of the points y'all
So
get.
it's like, okay, she has a
Wet.
college degree.
Oh,
she
you
can
going
squirt.
off? Oh,
It could be
It
anything.
ain't got
like,
nothing to do with the pussy.
No, it could just be anything. It could go however.
Ah,
It could,
yeah.
it could be she squirts. She has a college degree. She has her own job. She got her own house. Her pussy points is really high now.
My credit score is too. What you talking about? It sounds like.
So, what is your scale like when it comes to ranking like who you give it to?
Who I give it to? Shit. I mean, am I sober or drunk? When
Let's do you sober.
Okay. All right, the sober me. No, I don't think it really matters. Never.
Well, there you have it. Well, there you have it.
I don't think it's no different.
There you have it. All right, let's talk Love and Hip Hop. You're on Love and Hip Hop.
Yep.
How did that opportunity come about?
My little freak, she wanted to like do music. She was doing music, and I had said I was gonna help her do the music, but I really wanted to smash her because I had been told that my best friend, Baby D, been my best friend since the 3rd grade. I had been told him I wanted to smash her like a couple years before that, and I just finally had my opportunity because she needed something, and I was up one. And then she got in that studio and she seen how hard I was. And I ain't gonna lie, you know, talent is something different, just on the serious note, more serious note.
Yeah.
When you get and see somebody real passion and you might think a pool is 5 feet deep and jump in that motherfucker and it's 40 feet, you gonna appreciate the depth. You know what I'm saying? And that's the same as me as a human. You know what I'm saying? I talk and I joke and I laugh, but I'm really, you know what I'm saying? I'm way more to it than just all that. So when somebody really get to personally know me and get in that zone with me, I mean, it's over with if I want you, basically. And that was my home girl. That's still my partner. You know what I'm saying? My little freak always.
So your experience on Love and Hip Hop so far, like, is this something that you could see yourself continue doing, or do you like eventually?
I got like 5 seasons. I think they signed me to. This is
Okay.
my 2nd one.
Okay.
Next season I got my own show.
Oh,
called,
that's lit.
I Love Lucci.
Okay.
Oh,
It's a
dope.
dating show.
I was about to say it sounds like a dating show.
Yeah.
All right. So
So-
how's that going? Like, what's your what's going to be the process like with you, and what are you looking for out of that?
Oh man, you know.
Are you looking for the wifey for the 3.5 more or 3?
How we gonna see? I don't know. I can't predict the future. But I'm damn sure gonna try.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I want to have all different types because I don't judge women. I don't really like. I'm picky, but it's only to a point of beauty inside and out. I don't care if it's no certain skin tone, no certain size, no certain nothing. Just as long as it's beautiful.
Well, I can't wait to see that.
And I'm having them do real life stuff. We're not doing no bullshit. Ain't no climbing no flag, putting
So
no
are y'all
climbing.
going on like separate dates and all that? What's your like ideal date?
Hey, my ideal date is all the girls in one place with me. I'ma tell you, I make all my women. They gotta get along. Like
you
I'm the type of person. I'm the type of person. If we go out, you can ask my people. If we go out and we call 9 girls, all 9 of them coming out, and y'all gonna have to get along. Cause look, ain't no one of
But
y'all
what
my
about when
woman.
wifey comes along for you?
And that's how I'm gonna know which one wife, because that's the lifestyle that I lead. And when I can get the woman that can deal with this with me, and I can deal with her being there,
Is she allowed
then
to
I
have a
know-
roster too?
a roster of what?
You know, the same roster you got on your side.
I'm not having a roster. I'm not having a roster. I'm having company.
You having company.
I'm the type of person I feed off energy. Like women just give me you know what I'm saying? We men, women boost
But,
your
okay,
ego.
so when you
Women
record-
keep you feeling superior. That's just like a man is never
Hold
really
on,
a man.
hold on.
A man not a man. A man not a man until you fucking on a regular. If you notice, I'm gonna give you now. This is the man code.
Okay,
now you
let-
gave me some pussy
Go
points.
ahead,
Now let me
teach
give you some.
Teach me.
All right, as a man or a boy or a teenager, whatever you are when you start having sex. I was 13 myself. It's like until you are controlling a woman, and not controlling as in mentally, but in a physical manner, or like it's like I don't know. It's like the way the guy made it. Estrogen, testosterone. It's a man releasing and being in power. You know what I'm saying? With a woman, it's something about that gives you your oomph, your edge. You know what I'm saying? The fact of knowing that you're wanted by the opposite sex. You know what I'm saying? The fact of knowing that they intrigued by you. That's just a different feeling that it gives you as a man. Like that's why niggas that don't get pussy, they walk by timid. They walking around. You can tell. You don't gotta know. Like nigga ain't gotta tell you if he ain't get. You can tell how I talk, how I'm walking. Like man, that nigga fucking. That nigga. Like you know what I'm saying? You know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So that's just basically what it is. Now I walk like I got a big dick because I do.
You know what? We're going to end the interview on that. Now, I feel like that is how we should end it. He walked like a big...
God, say it right, Joy. Say it
He
right.
walked like he got a big dick because he do. Solo Lucci, thank you for coming through. Cash Money is out now.
Yes,
Be
Cash
on the
Money.
lookout for his project, The Recipe. I definitely appreciate you coming through. This was a really fun time.
I appreciate you having me. We need to go get drunk now.
Yo, I'm definitely down.
As long as you
Anytime-
drink that drink like you drunk that water.
Yo, get out of here. It's the Jawn Joy. Catch me next time. Southside Dash Radio every Thursday, 4 to 6 p.m.
Skirt, skirt.
Hey, it's the Jawn Joy. It's either created by us,
Too lit.
or inspired by us.
Living my best life.
It's Southside on Dash Radio.